Back again after like been missing for 2 weeks. Yes, not really 2 weeks, like maybe for 1 week, which is not really that unusual of me, but still I'm trying to not to make that into like some unusual, to make that into something unusual. Okay, so as you can see, there's something different about me. Can you guys notice that? Nope, I'm not going to go on being like a Dora Explorer there. But yeah, I just got this new haircut. And another thing that's, different for today is that finally I got my front camera fixed. And as you can see, there's no more weird dots and like it's much more clear. I've never really imagined like my camera quality to be this good, like in the front camera. So yeah, everything is new, everything is fresh. Like I just got this haircut yesterday and I super duper love it. Like this is kind of, like the haircut that I initially want to go for. Yeah, that I initially wanted to go for, but then people around me be like, oh, okay, like, because like before I got this short haircut, this kind of haircut, like, and also like my first short haircut, I think my hair length is quite like in shoulder length, and it's kind of like a little bit too, it's such a waste to like, cut off like so that much amount of hair. But then, so my mom said to me that maybe you should go for like some, not really that short hair first, but like it's kind of like boyish hairstyle, but not really that short. But like me personally inside, I was thinking about like pixie haircut, something of that sort. But still, I just like, okay, maybe I should go like slowly, go slow this time. So I went with that hairstyle, my previous hairstyle. It's quite short, but not as short as this one is. Yeah, so finally, I got this haircut, and it also sparks some, issues that are, not really issues, but let's just say that the things that we should be considerate about. Yeah, so, how should I put this? Let's just say that, well, this haircut also, like, despite from this haircut bringing me happiness, it also brings me some, complicate things? Yeah, that's the word. I think that's the right way to put it. So yeah, it also some issues, I know nowadays, like, word is changing. I almost said that words are changing. We only have one word, yeah. So words are changing these days. Like there's so much more freedom, like around, with like doing anything that you want to. But then, It also, but there's still that fine line, between like enjoying your freedom and also considered about people around you. Yeah, if that makes sense. I'm still like figuring it. I'm still trying to figure it out. Like the moderations, or like the between the space, like the suitable space between that two things. Like being free to myself and also like not offend people, not really offend, like, but also be considerate about people around me. Yeah, I think that's like a very good point for like me to think about, because like I'm at the generations of turning into like, people from different generations have different mindset. I totally understand that. And the world that we live in right now, there's so many people from different generations, and we just have to learn to live with each other. And I think this is the point that would really help us with that, to like, because people in my generation, I'm not really sure if like all of people, I'm not really sure, but I guess most of people in my generations, like, we are kind of gravitating towards more of freedoms and freedom of speech, freedom of things as such. We are thinking more about reasons than belief. Yeah, we try to reason with things a lot, and so we feel like we are the owners of our own bodies. Like, we have all these kind of like new ideas inside our mind, you know, because we grew up in quite a different society. And what is it? I guess it's just the mindset that goes around these days, you know, of like be free to yourself. And I totally agree with that. I really like that. But then there's also our parents, like you know, this most simple example. They grew up in different society than I am. Yeah, they grew up in different society than I am, you know, so they just have different mindset, just like me, you know. We all have like the kind of mindset that we have, same as the society we live in. I like, my brain is kind of like mixing things up over here. So yeah, so we just have to find that middle ground and be able to live peacefully with people from like older generations also, because you know, we're not the only one in this world. And what is it, looking at the trends, there's less and less children and more and more elderly people. So I feel like maybe in 10 years into the future, maybe this world would be like, the population of this world would be majorly an elderly, not like children, because you know, people are having less and less children these days, fewer and fewer children, right? I'm not really good with grammar, so okay, enough of the serious topic. It's not really that serious, you know. I'm trying not to make that into a serious topic, but I'm confusing myself right here. So another thing that I am trying to work on right now is I am working on trying to better myself, I guess. I think it's more of a... Oh, my hand's shaking like really bad. Okay, I'm thinking about improving myself, like going on some journeys of like, you know, finally being an adult. Not really, it's just like a journey of like finally loving myself. I am trying to improve in, what is it, both mentally and physically wise. Yeah, like first of all, the first thing that I really want to do is getting fit again. It's going to be a long and hard journey, but I wish that my mind is strong enough. And the other thing is, I'll have to stop worrying so much. But, you know, I have to stop flooding my mind with all these thoughts and just live my own life, you know, just let life guide me and wish for and hope for the best. And always remind myself that everything happens for a reason. And yeah, just not worry too much and not thinking way too much, like too much like unnecessary thinkings, I guess, you know. Try not to think about those kind of thoughts. So yeah. Oh, and another thing is that well, as you know, I'm month blind, so I'm not really sure what month I am in right now, but or like what month is coming next. But well, my university is about to open soon. Yay. Yeah, I might seem a little bit monotonic. Yeah, but I guess I am actually quite excited. Well, you know, because finally I'll be able to like meet my friends that I finally get in touch from the interview, and I finally meet up with seniors and get involved with those university activities that I've always seen on social media every year during that specific time, and finally get on with my educations, like higher educations, to like build the foundations of my own life. Yeah, that sounds stressful. But yeah, I just hope that I will not be overwhelmed, and another thing that I have to work on is just, yeah, that's basically all. So thank you for listening to me, and sorry for like, I guess I am sorry to myself. I just need to fix that. So thank you, and see you hopefully next week. The thing that I almost forgot is that, as you can see from the intro, right now Chiang Mai is facing yet another global warming crisis. The effects of global warming. Yeah. Right now we are kind of like entering into rainy season, and we have been facing with lots of storms, very strong ones, like the strongest one I've ever experienced in my life, really. Like, it's so hard to drive around in, like, during the storms. It's like my visions, everything just turned white. Yeah, so it's really hard for me to like see the surroundings, you know, and that's very important when we're driving cars. So yeah, so I just wish that my prediction wouldn't come true, which is that maybe at the end, maybe if the trend continues to go on like it goes on like this, then maybe at the end of the year, maybe Chiang Mai will finally have snows. So yeah, let's just hope that the prediction doesn't come true, and just wish for the best for this province that I'm in, and for the world too. You know, climate change is real.